One of my favorite inspirational ladies is back on the show with me today. Now, she is the founder of Carousing, an online lifestyle magazine reporting on travel, beauty, wellness, aging, spirituality, and more. Karena always has something inspirational to share. Today is no different. She's going to talk with us about the magic in finding your purpose. Karena, it is such a pleasure to have you back on the show. Thank you so much for coming back on with me today.
Oh, thanks, Jenna. I always love being here with you.
All right, Karena, for our viewers who don't know, just give us a little overview of Carousing.
Carousing.com is my baby. It's what I started with, finding my own passion. I used to be a trial lawyer and I quit doing that. And I always loved to write and inspire people. So I put together this lifestyle website where I talk about beauty and anti-aging and wellness and lifestyle changes and being spiritual. I love making people feel good and feel inspired, and that's what I really aim to do with Carousing.
Well, you do that because anytime I read anything that you write, Karena, I am inspired. And I was so excited when you said that today we were going to focus on the magic in finding your purpose. I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. You know, why are we here? What are we supposed to do? Tell us a little bit about the magic in finding your purpose and how we do it.
Jenna, I couldn't agree with you more. I think a lot of us spend a fair amount of time asking ourselves the big questions. Who are we? Why are we here? What is our purpose? And if we're not doing something big like curing cancer or finding the end to world hunger or designing space shuttles, we start to wonder really how we're going to leave our mark on the world and why are we really here. So I was inspired to write about this topic on my website after I saw the author Paulo Coelho interviewed on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. Now, he is the author of The Alchemist, which is the guidebook. It's a lovely book and a lovely story about finding and living your purpose. And so I was so excited to see him interviewed, and I thought, well, he's going to have the answer to this age-old question, right? So Oprah says to him, you know what I always get asked by most of my fans is, how do I know what my purpose is? How am I going to find my purpose? And she said to him, what would you tell them? And he says, I would tell them that they already know what their purpose is, but most people are too afraid to fulfill their purpose. And I sat there completely in disbelief because I just don't think that's true. I think so many of us are searching for what our purpose is. So I was really inspired to think about that. What is the magic in finding our purpose? So I did a lot of soul searching and some researching, and I put together what I think are 5 ideas of maybe how we could help people figure out what their purpose is. The first one that I find works for me about a lot of things is meditation. I think that if it's true that your purpose is somehow buried deep down inside your soul, you need to find some quiet time and some space in order to listen to that. And I think if your head is buzzing with to-do lists, drama, negativity, what am I going to do tomorrow, I think it's difficult to really tune in and understand what your purpose might be. So I really like the stillness and the peacefulness of meditation, and I think it's easier to sort of tune in. So that's one that I found really helps me. Another one I think is really important is to get out there and do something. Sitting around and thinking that your purpose is going to find you or it's going to knock on your door and exclaim, here I am, that's not going to happen. What I found is that if you go out into the world and you do what you love to do and you do what makes you happy and what your natural talents are, I think there's so much magic you can create in that I think it puts you on a track that helps you find your purpose. I also think that a big one is having patience and trusting the timing of the universe.
Which is very hard.
Isn't it though? It's so hard. But I also think of this one as you're never too old to be a rock star. Okay, so I think that in trusting the timing of the universe, some people don't find their purpose until later in life. And there are so many great examples of that. I know I watched the interview you did recently with Diana Nyad. What an amazing woman.
Right. 64 years of age, swims from Cuba to Key West. No shark cage.
Yeah, I know. Amazing. And there's so many other examples. I think Morgan Freeman didn't really start to act until he was in his 40s or 50s. Sue Monk Kidd, who's a wonderful New York Times bestselling author, didn't start writing until she was in the 40s and 50s. And a local favorite of mine is local author and all-around cool guy, Rusty Hodgson. I think he's a great example of that. He used to practice law, and now he's down here in Key West writing novels.
And you, what about you too?
Yes,
a trial
of
lawyer,
course,
and now
yes.
you're doing carousing.
Right, which I think is right. So see, I'm a living example of that. Just be patient, trust the timing. I also think that it's important to know that you're not alone. Right? We think, oh, I must be the only one who doesn't know my purpose. No, actually, a majority of us don't know our purpose. So feel okay with that. And I think the biggest one of all that I really enjoy and believe in wholeheartedly is that maybe, just maybe, the magic isn't in finding your purpose. Maybe the magic is in the journey you take to find your purpose. Or maybe the journey is your purpose. The friends you make, the wine you drink, the trees you plant, the dogs you hug. I think that all of those things in your journey become your purpose, because for so many of us, our purpose is not going to be one big thing like curing cancer or ending hunger. It's not going to be it for us. Our purpose is going to be a million little things, all wrapped up into one thing, which is purposely enjoying every moment of joy you have of the life you're given.
What wonderful advice, Karena. That is
thanks.
so true, too.
Don't you think?
Just enjoy every single day. Don't expect that aha moment, which is basically what you're saying, too. It takes time. It's going to take patience. So we just need to wait. And, hey, I like what you said, though. Maybe the magic isn't just finding the purpose, but it's in the journey.
Right.
Something I'm going to definitely think about. Now, Karena, I mentioned that you seem to have found your purpose. You're writing, you're doing what you love. Do you feel fulfilled?
I do feel fulfilled, but I will also say this, that I think even if people feel that they're on their path and they found their purpose, don't think that that means that every day is sunshine and rainbows and butterflies, and it's not, right? You're still gonna hit difficult points, and you're still gonna feel challenged. And there are certainly days that I wake up and think, how could I reach more people? Why aren't more people seeing this or responding? So I just think that that's just part of the journey too, is understanding that you can feel as though you're on your path and you can feel fulfilled, but that doesn't mean that every day is perfect.
Absolutely. Karena, it is such a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you so much for being back in Key West, back on the show. If you want more information on Karena, be sure to check out carousing.com, sign up, and start receiving your inspirational email today.